Okay, very good morning. So today I will be discussing the problems on softening. So in the previous class, we have understood what is softening. That is, softening is nothing but removal of hardness. Removal of hardness is called as softening. The hardness in the water, that is, we call it as total hardness in the water, is due to presence of carbonates and bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium ions. That's why we'll be representing the total hardness as calcium plus magnesium, or else we can also write the total hardness as carbonate hardness and non-carbonate hardness. So carbonate hardness is also called as temporary hardness, and non-carbonate hardness is called as permanent hardness. So this hardness can be removed by various methods. So when I am talking about temporary hardness, it can be removed by boiling. The temporary hardness can be removed by boiling or by adding excess amount of lime. If we are supplying the water to more than 10 people, and if the water is very hard, if it consists of temporary hardness, then if we go for boiling, it will be uneconomical. In that case, we will be going for addition of excess amount of lime. So boiling is not a suitable method when we are supplying the water from centralized treatment plant. In that case, we might have to go for addition of excess amount of lime. It removes what? Temporary hardness. That is, the hardness caused by carbonates and bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, that is CaHCO3 twice, MgHCO3 twice, MgCO3. Okay, then the hardness caused due to presence of acidity, that is carbon dioxide in the water, causes temporary hardness, that is H2O plus CO2. So it will cause H2CO3 carbonic acid. So that can be removed by addition of excess amount of lime. Whereas the permanent hardness cannot be removed by addition of excess amount of lime. For example, sulfates of calcium, MeSO4, CaCl2, these things cannot be removed by excess amount of addition of excess amount of lime. So in that case, we will be going for what is called as soda ash. Temporary hardness is removed by addition of excess amount of lime. Permanent hardness is removed by addition of soda ash. That is, chemical formula is Na2CO3. Na2CO3 is a chemical formula for soda ash. In the treatment plant, in the conventional method, when we consider the conventional method, in that case, we will be going for combination of excess lime plus soda ash. This method is called as lime soda method. So we are adding excess amount of lime, which will be targeting the hardness caused by carbonates and bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, that is CaHCO3 twice, MgHCO3 twice, carbon dioxide, so then MgCO3, all these materials or the chemicals will be getting reacted with the excess amount of lime. So thereby simple CaCO3 will be formed. For example, just to show the chemical equation, we will consider the problem later. So I have considered 9 chemical equations. So in this 9 chemical equation, let us see where this particular excess amount of light will be interacting and where exactly the soda ash will be interacting. So in this 9 equation, first equation, CO2, how CO2 will be coming in picture? It's very interesting because carbon dioxide is naturally present in the atmosphere. When we consider distilled water, many people might be talking about distilled water as a pure water, but pure water doesn't exist in the earth. Simple reason is that the carbon sink is nothing but water. It might be a river, it might be an ocean, it might be a pond, it might be a lake, it might be a bucket full of water. It might also act like a carbon sink. If the carbon dioxide is present in that particular atmosphere, it will get interacted with water, that is CO2 plus H2O. That means CO2 will get dissolved in the water. As soon as the distilled water is prepared, the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere will get dissolved. So in that case, distilled water cannot be considered as pure water. It's simple. So that means some kind of acidity will be present because CO2, once it gets dissolved, that means the distilled water turns to acidic. That means the pH of the distilled water cannot be equal to exactly 7. Practically it will not be 7. So it will be slightly acidic between 5.5 and 6.5 depending on the concentration of the carbon dioxide and quantity of the water prepared and how much is getting dissolved in that distilled water. So depending on that, the pH value depends. So this CO2, the hardness caused due to carbon dioxide has to be removed. That means this can be removed by what? Excess amount of lime. That means CO2 plus CaOH twice. What is lime? Lime is nothing but CaO, calcium oxide. Now in this equation, I am showing you CaOH twice. How it has got into this particular CaOH twice? Because when lime is added in the water, that is CaO plus H2O, this will form CaOH twice. This is going to yield CaOH twice. That is how we are going to get CaO plus H2O as CaOH twice. So in all these equations, wherever I have showed the lime, it will be in terms of hydrated lime or slaked lime, because lime as it is calcium oxide. When it is going to be mixed with the water or when it comes in contact with the water, this calcium oxide will get interacted with the H2O and it will form hydrated lime or slaked lime, that is CaOH twice. So this excess amount of lime is going to target the hardness caused by carbon dioxide. That means ultimately simple CaCO3 we are going to get as a precipitate and water will get separated. Similarly, bicarbonates of calcium, that is CaHCO3 twice, will be interacting with the hydrated lime. We are going to get again calcium carbonate. So similarly, bicarbonates of magnesium will be interacting with the lime, that is slaked lime. We are going to get PaCO3 and MgCO3. Again, MgCO3 is going to impart temporary hardness. This in turn, whatever the MgCO3 is formed, this MgCO3 again interacts with the lime that is present in the water and we are going to get MgOH twice, that is magnesium hydroxide as a precipitate. During this reaction between MgSO4, that is magnesium sulfate, and calcium hydroxide, CaSO4 is formed. This CaSO4 cannot be removed by excess amount of lime. So in that case, we need to add the soda ash. So that means CaSO4 plus Na2CO3, it is going to yield Na2SO4 and calcium carbonate CaCO3. This is how we are going to get MgCl2. So MgCl2 will be removed both by slaked lime as well as soda ash. When the MgCl2 interacts with slaked lime, it will form magnesium hydroxide and calcium chloride. This calcium chloride cannot be removed by calcium hydroxide, that is the slaked lime. So this calcium chloride will be interacting with soda ash to give common salt, that is NaCl and CaCO3. This MgCl2 again, it can either interact with flaked lime or it can also interact with soda ash. In case if it interacts with flaked lime, it will yield calcium chloride and magnesium hydroxide. On the other hand, if magnesium chloride interacts with soda ash, this is going to yield MgCO3, that is magnesium carbonate and NaCl. This MgCO3 again further interacts with CaOH twice and we are going to get MgOH twice. This is how the neutralization process takes place. So already in the previous class we have understood that there are various methods by which the hardness of the water can be removed. So if we are going to consider reverse osmosis or membrane techniques, or if we are going to consider geolite process, so there we can achieve zero hard water, but in lime soda process we cannot achieve zero hard water, because we will be first going for addition of the lime and soda ash, and thereafter we will be going for recarbonation process. So depending on whether we have adopted cold lime soda process or hot lime soda process, the value of the hardness at the outlet of the treatment plant will vary between 15 mg per liter to 60 mg per liter. That means the limitation of this particular method, that is lime soda process, is that we cannot get zero hard water. The second limitation is that daily there will be usage of these chemicals. That means the running maintenance and operation costs at the treatment plant will be very high. So on this, let us take one problem. Let us assume that we need to treat 1 million liters of raw water. So let us consider 1 million liter of raw water has to be treated. So in that case, how much quantity of lime and soda ash is required, either on daily basis or on annual basis? And let us take some values and try to arrive at the solution. 1 million liter, 1 MLD, 1 million liter per day means what? If I am going to offer you 1 million rupees, that means 1 million means how much? 10 lakh. 10 lakh means how much? 10 to the power 6 liters per day. So 1 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 liters per day is equal to 1 million liters per day of water. That has to be treated. That is the raw water that needs softening. So let us say we are going for lime soda process. Before going for addition of any chemical at the treatment plant, the first and foremost thing is collection of the water sample. So already we have discussed what are the various types of sampling methods that can be adopted in the unit number 3, unit number 2 and unit number 3 we have already discussed. So in this case, so let us say either we have gone for graph sampling, composite or integrated. So depending on that we are going to analyze, depending on the sample collected we are going to analyze based on the standard methods as prescribed by American Public Health Association and American Water Works Association. We call it as AFWA and AWWA, right? Father and mother, something like that. So what is APHA? American Public Health Association. What is AWWA? That is American Water Works Association. As per the standard methods prescribed by APHA and AWWA, we are going to analyze the water sample or wastewater sample. So we need to understand this basic terminology, that is APHA and AWWA. Let us say based on the analysis, we have got the carbon dioxide 3 mg per liter, You have got carbon dioxide as 3 mg per liter, alkalinity as 68 mg per liter. Now, the question that we people might be getting is, Arey Baba, we are going for softening. We are going for removal of hardness. And why this alkalinity has come in picture? The alkalinity has come in picture because the alkalinity in the water is due to presence of carbonates, bicarbonates and OH minus ions. Similarly, if I am going for acidity test, the acidity in the water is due to presence of carbon dioxide and mineral acids. So, this acidity in the water or alkalinity in the water imparts what? Temporary hardness, because CO3, SCO3, OH ions, these are going to impart temporary hardness to the water. So that is the reason why alkalinity is being considered. And one more important thing, we need to understand that the hardness is indicated as CaCO3. Alkalinity is also indicated as CaCO3 and acidity is also indicated as CaCO3. The reason is that the temporary hardness is imparted due to presence of carbonates, bicarbonates and carbon dioxide in the water. So that is the reason why we have taken carbon dioxide, how much it is present, alkalinity 68 mg per liter, non-carbonate hardness is what? Permanent hardness. Total magnesium 15 mg per liter, because total hardness is equal to what? Calcium plus magnesium. Now he has given total magnesium 15 mg per liter. Assume that it is possible to remove all but 35 mg per liter of carbonate hardness with lime. Assume that it is possible to remove all but 35 mg per liter of carbonate hardness with lime, and that the treated water is to have total hardness of 80 mg per liter. At the outlet, we cannot achieve 0 mg per liter of hardness, as it is a limitation of the lime soda process. Now, I told you that it varies between 15 to 60 mg per liter. Let us say the efficiency is little bit less. We are getting the total hardness as 80 mg per liter. At the outlet we require 80 mg per liter. That is what? Total hardness. And it has to remove, assume that it is possible to remove all but 35 mg per liter of what? Carbonate hardness. That means carbonate hardness left is how much? 35 mg per liter. Total hardness at the outlet is how much? 80 mg per liter. That means non-carbonate hardness that is left is how much? 80 minus 35 is, we will get 45. That means non-carbonate hardness present in the water is how much? 92 mg per liter. That means at the outlet we require total hardness as 80 mg per liter, and if I am going to consider carbonate hardness and non-carbonate hardness, now carbonate hardness that needs to be left at the outlet of the treatment plant is how much? 35. That means non-carbonate hardness is left, that is being left is 80 minus 35, that is 45 mg per liter. The total hardness to be left, that cannot be removed by this particular treatment technology. That is a limitation. So how much will be left? Total hardness that is left is 80 mg per liter. That is total hardness. What is the formula for total hardness? The formula for total hardness is equal to carbonate hardness plus non-carbonate hardness. Since in the question he has mentioned that, assume that it is possible to remove all but 35 mg per liter of carbonate hardness with lime. So we can remove all, but there is one but. So that is how much? 35 mg per liter cannot be removed. So AT is equal to 35 mg per liter of carbonate hardness plus non-carbonate hardness. One equation, one unknown. So non-carbonate hardness is equal to total hardness minus carbonate hardness. So we are going to get 45 mg per liter. What is this 45 mg per liter? This is a non-carbonate hardness that cannot be treated, that cannot be removed by this treatment technology as per the question. So how much quantity of raw water consists of non-carbonate hardness? The non-carbonate hardness that is present in the raw water is 92 mg per liter. That means if I am going to consider the flow chart, just to make you understand, raw water, this is a softening unit. The raw water is having non-carbonate hardness of how much? 92 mg per liter. At the outlet of the softening unit, we are having how much? 45 mg per liter of non-carbonate hardness. So this particular flow chart is going to give an idea, because these things will not be explained in the textbooks. So when you draw these particular flow charts, you are actually visualizing, you are making your brain to work, because how your WhatsApp will be there, so likewise you have got an app called as brain. Now sometimes we have to make use of it. So when we are talking about this flow chart, why I have drawn the flow chart? We have to make use of brain again, right? So at the inlet we are having raw water as 92 mg per liter, at the outlet we are having 45 mg per liter. How much amount of the non-carbonate hardness has to be removed? That is nothing but 92 minus 45. That is going to be the answer. That means the value of non-carbonate hardness to be removed at the softening unit is 47 mg per liter. So that means how much amount of non-carbonate hardness to be removed, he has not told. He has given you a hint by stating one line. Assume that it is possible to remove all but 35 mg per liter of carbonate hardness with lime, and that the treated water is to have total hardness of 80 mg per liter. Then he says, estimate the amount of hydrated lime. See, he is not asking you CaO quantity, but until and unless you understand what is the difference between lime and flake lime, you cannot come to one conclusion. So it's very important. You should understand the difference between lime and hydrated lime. Lime is CaO. If this lime is added in the water, it will get converted to CaOH twice. We call it as flaked lime, or we call it as hydrated. Coming to the next part. So that means now we have clearly understood which materials have to be removed by making use of lime soda method. How much concentration has to be removed? Which material has to be removed? That is the first question that needs to be answered for. Second one, how much concentration has to be removed? Can we achieve zero for non-carbonate hardness? Not possible. Again, carbonate hardness, he has told 35, but we are not interested. Indirectly, he has told non-carbonate hardness cannot be removed. So we are going to consider that. So 47 mg per liter of non-carbonate hardness has to be removed. So in this case, first we should understand the atomic mass of each of these materials. when we talk about chemical equations, so this chemical equation will be in terms of atomic mass. We are going for estimation of some quantity of material to be added per liter. That means every material is made up of one or the other chemical equation. So we call it as molecular weight for the chemical compound. For individual element, we use the word atomic mass. So if I am talking about carbon dioxide, CO2, so I have written here. Molecular weight is 44. How we have got 44? CO2, carbon is here, I have shown 12. Oxygen is 16. That means how many molecules we are having? Carbon 1. That means 12 plus 2 oxygen molecule, that means 16 multiplied by 2, 32 plus 12 is 44. This has to be removed. This will be removed by what? This will be removed by line. Why line? We need to go back to the equation here. Here, CO2 is removed by what? Line. Right? Similarly, I'll consider next carbonate hardness. As already I told in the previous session, about some time back also I have discussed alkalinity, acidity and hardness. These are indicated as CaCO3. That means alkalinity is 68 mg per liter. That is a concentration. CaCO3 is a molecular formula, chemical formula for this alkalinity. In that case, CaCO3, that means calcium is 40, carbon is 12, O is 16, that means 40 plus 12, 52, 52 plus, so CaCO3, that means we are going to get around 100, that is 40 plus 12, that is 52, 52 plus 3 times 16, 48, that means we are going to get 100. Similarly, the third one here stored is magnesium 15 mg per liter, directly magnesium 24. So we are going to consider 24 as a molecular weight. Coming to non-carbonate hardness, hardness is indicated as what? CaCO3. Again, alkalinity, acidity, right? Carbonate or non-carbonate hardness has CaCO3. Again, molecular weight will be 100. How much quantity has to be removed? 47. How we got it? You need to refer to the flow chart. It's very important. Now, what are the things that we have understood in this particular formula? So we have understood how to go for estimation of molecular weight. So you need to refer to a periodic table. So, or else these weights, if you know, that will be more than sufficient for this particular problem. So in this particular problem, carbon dioxide, already we have found out molecular weight. What is the concentration to be removed? 3 mg per liter. It is removed by what? Lime. Coming to alkalinity, alkalinity imparts temporary hardness. Again, this will be removed by what? It will be removed by lime. That's why I have considered lime. What is lime? Lime is CaO. CaO. That means molecular weight is how much? 40 plus 16. That will be 56. Magnesium. Magnesium, again, it will be removed by lime. Already we have seen, right? MgCO3 and all, it can be removed by lime. Coming to non-carbonate hardness, this is permanent hardness. It cannot be removed by lime. Like calcium chloride salt, if it is present, magnesium sulfate if it is present, CaSO4 if it is present. So in that case, this non-carbonate hardness cannot be removed by lime. So we'll be making use of soda ash. What is soda ash? Na2CO3. So Na2. So when we talk about Na2, that means 2 molecules of 23. That means it will be 46. C, carbon 12. That means 2 times 23 plus 12 plus 3 times 16, because oxygen. Na2CO3. So we are going to get 106 as a molecular weight. So you can refer to this 46 plus 546, 23 multiplied by 2, we are going to get 46 plus 12 plus 48. So once we have understood this, coming to the next part, the quantity required per liter. First we will be going for estimation of the quantity of lime required per liter. Then we can multiply by whatever the number of liters we require. So in this particular case, the molecular weight of lime is 56 and the molecular weight of the CO2 is how much? 44. That means the concentration of the CO2 to be removed is how much? 3. That means the quantity of lime required to remove 3 mg per liter of carbon dioxide is equal to 56 divided by 44 multiplied by 3. 3 mg per liter. If I have to remove 1 mg per liter, then what I would have done? In that case, the quantity of lime required is 56 divided by 44. It would have given me the value of the quantity of lime required to treat 1 mg per liter of carbon dioxide containing water. So in that case, it will be 56 divided by 44. Since 3 is present, we are multiplying it by 3. That means 56 divided by 44 multiplied by 3, or you can write it as 56 multiplied by 3 divided by 44. Similarly, if 1 mg per liter of alkalinity has to be removed from the water, in that case, it is nothing but molecular weight of lime divided by molecular weight of alkalinity multiplied by concentration of the alkalinity to be removed from the water. So 56 divided by 100 and that answer will be multiplied by 68. So we are going to get 38.1. Correct? So similarly, we will be going for 56 is a molecular weight of lime divided by molecular weight of magnesium to be removed. So that molecular weight is 24. So whatever the answer we get multiplied by the concentration of the magnesium to be removed from the water, that is 15. Similarly, for non-carbonate hardness, we cannot consider lime, we have to consider soda ash, because lime cannot remove permanent hardness or non-carbonate hardness. It has to be removed by soda ash if we are going for lime soda process. So in that case, the quantity of the soda ash required is 106 divided by molecular weight of the non-carbonate hardness is 100 multiplied by how much? We are going to get the answer that multiplied by the concentration of this particular non-carbonate hardness to be removed is 47. So we are going to get this. So what we are going to get, this is per liter. That means we are going to get the answer in terms of what? mg. Now, what is the quantity? The quantity, total quantity is, the total quantity of the lime used is the quantity of lime used to remove carbon dioxide plus the quantity of the lime used to remove carbonate alkalinity, carbonate hardness, plus the quantity of lime used to remove what? Magnesium. This is going to give me the total quantity. This is in terms of what? These values are in terms of mg per liter. These values are in terms of what? mg per liter. Because molecular weight, the ratio gets cancelled and the ultimate answer we are going to have is in terms of mg per liter. This answer is in terms of mg per liter. So 76.9 mg per liter is required to treat 1 liter of water which consists of carbon dioxide of 3 mg per liter and 68 mg per liter of alkalinity and 15 mg per liter of magnesium. If we have to treat, let us say, 1 million liter of water, that means 76.9 multiplied by 10 to the power 6, the answer we are going to get is in terms of mg, because 76.9 is in terms of mg per liter multiplied by 10 to the power 6, it will be in liters. But I want the answer in terms of kgs, that means divided by 10 to the power 6, that means 10 to the power 6 divided by 10 to the power 6 get cancelled, so I am going to get 76.9 as kgs. Similarly, 49.82 is what? mg per liter multiplied by 1 million liter, because we need to treat 1 million liter of water, that means 49.82 multiplied by 10 to the power 6, the answer is going to be in terms of mg. But I want the answer in terms of kg. So that means 1 mg is nothing but 1 divided by 10 to the power 6 kg. That means 49.82 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 divided by 10 to the power 6. So 10 to the power 6, 10 to the power 6 will be getting cancelled. So we are going to get the answer of soda ash quantity in terms of kg is how much? 49.82. Coming to the next. Since I have estimated the carbon dioxide quantity, since I have estimated calcium oxide quantity as 76.9, but I am not interested in calcium oxide as per the question, because what is the question that is asked? Estimate the amount of hydrated lime. Hydrated lime is CaOH twice. Soda ash. Soda ash, already we have arrived at the answer. What is the answer? 49.82 kgs per day of soda ash is required at the treatment plant. That is the answer. That is over. But what happened here? We have estimated only calcium oxide. That means I need to understand how much quantity of slaked lime is required. The molecular weight of slaked lime, CaOH twice, that means calcium is 40, oxygen is 16 and hydrogen is 1. That means 40 plus 32 plus 2, that means we are going to get 74. That means 74, right? If we are going to consider, that means we are going to get 74 divided by 56, right? We are going to get the answer. So in this case, let me check the formula first. So we have taken molecular weight of calcium hydroxide multiplied by the quantity of the lime required divided by molecular weight of the lime, that is 56. So we are going to get 101.61 kgs. This is for one day. Let us say in the examination they are going to ask, estimate the annual quantity of lime required. I am just extending this particular problem. In that case, this multiplied by 365. That means this is what? Is in terms of kgs. Now you can convert it in terms of quintals also, divided by 100. So 370 quintals of lime is required. Similarly, if I am estimating for this soda ash, this multiplied by 365, this is what is in terms of the kgs. I can convert this one in terms of quintal. 1 quintal is nothing but 100 kgs. So 1 kg is 1 divided by 100 quintals. So 181.84 is the answer in terms of quintals. That is for your soda ash. And this is the answer for hydrated lime. Now, let me consider one more problem, just to confuse you people. Sometimes the questions that are going to be asked will be in different manner. So here, directly he has asked, calculate the annual cost. Now, he has asked the cost. He is not interested in the quantity. If you have to arrive at the cost, you have to find out the quantity, that multiplied by per unit rate has to be multiplied, right? So, in this case, he has asked for annual cost, not daily cost. Because at the treatment plant, what happens? We have to procure all the material for next 6 months, next 1 year, something like this. So, we have to have the storage space, we need to store the material daily, we cannot procure the materials. So, we have to order for next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, something like this. So, the materials or the chemicals at the treatment plant will be ordered for. So, for that, we need to propose the budget either to the government or to the management if you are working in that particular industry. So, how you are going to prepare the budget allocation for these particular materials at the treatment plant? If someone is going to ask you how you are arriving at this particular budget for this particular material, in that case you should have spreadsheet ready for these chemicals. Otherwise you cannot justify the answers. So it's very important, right? So ultimately you need to justify each and every step, each and every cost that you are going to put up in the budget. In this case, I have taken 70,000 liters of water has to be treated. Earlier, I just wanted to introduce a term 1 million, so 10 to the power 6, so I have taken. So, in this case, I just change the value, that's it, 70,000 liters per day of water has to be removed. And the water consists of following impurities: CaCO3, 280 mg per liter. So CaCO3 is removed by what? Hydrated lime. NaCl, see, just to confuse the students, NaCl is given. NaCl will not impart any hardness to the water. And it won't be removed by what? Lime or soda ash. Similarly, Fe2O3 is not at all concerned with this particular problem. SiO2 is not at all concerned with this particular problem. Just to confuse, NaCl concentration is given, Fe2O3 concentration is given, and SiO2 concentration is given. So we need to understand first basic fundamental principles on which this particular lime soda process works. Then only you can go for solution. If you know molecular weight, if you know atomic mass, if you know the concentration, directly don't start with the solution. Which material has to be removed and which material is actually removed by addition of lime and soda ash, you need to understand. In the present problem, NaCl, Fe2O3 and SiO2 concentration won't be removed by lime and soda ash. So CaCO3 is removed by what? Hydrated lime. MgHCO3 twice, as per the equation, is removed by what? CaOH twice, again slaked lime. MgCl2 is removed by slaked lime. MgSO4 is removed by slaked lime. Again MgSO4, again it is removed by soda ash. I have considered both. MgCl2 and CaSO4, purely it will be removed by soda ash. Their concentration we have written. What is the concentration of CaCO3 that needs to be removed? 280. MgHCO3 twice, how much has to be removed? 100. MgCl2 138 is present, that has to be removed. MgSO4 80 mg per liter. MgCl2 138 and concentration of CaSO4 to be removed is 110 and MgSO4 to be removed is 80. So again, we need to write the molecular weights for the respective compounds to be removed from the water which are imparting the hardness. So CaCO3 is, its molecular weight is 100. So you can refer to this table. This gives atomic weights. It gives atomic weights or atomic mass of individual elements. CaCO3, when I am going to add all the atomic mass, it becomes molecular weight. So molecular weight of MgCO3 twice is 146, MgCl2 is 95, MgSO4 is 120, MgCl2 is 95, MgSO4 is 120, like this. What is the difference between the previous solution and this solution? He has not mentioned that at the outlet there should be only this much concentration of the non-carbonate hardness, total hardness should be left this much. So that is not being mentioned. But he has confused, he has used a trick to confuse the student, that is NaCl concentration is given, Fe2O3 concentration is given and SiO2 concentration is given. Since he has directly asked slaked lime, in the previous version of the problem what I have done, I introduced the term calcium oxide, then I converted that calcium oxide quantity to slaked lime quantity. So directly here what I have done, I have taken slaked lime, so that molecular weight of the slaked lime will be taken. That means, what is the formula? So the formula for arriving at the quantity of the lime required, slaked lime required is equal to molecular weight of the slaked lime divided by molecular weight of the calcium carbonate. That answer will be multiplied by the concentration of the calcium carbonate to be removed. We will get 207.2 mg per liter. We are going to get 207.2 mg per liter. Similarly, MgHCO3 twice will be removed by what? Slaked lime. So 74 divided by molecular weight of MgHCO3 twice is 146. That answer will be multiplied by 100. We are going to get 101.4 mg per liter. Similarly, for MgCl2, 74 divided by molecular weight of MgCl2 is 95 multiplied by 138. So we are going to get 107.49 mg per liter. Similarly, for MgSO4, 74 divided by 120 multiplied by 80, 49.33. Similarly, for MgCl2, MgSO4 and CaSO4, the molecular weight of the soda ash will be taken. 106 divided by 95 multiplied by 138, that is the quantity of the quantity per liter of soda ash required is 153.98. Similarly, if I am talking about removal of MgSO4, in that case it will be removed by soda ash. 106 divided by molecular weight of MgSO4 is 120 multiplied by concentration of the MgSO4 in the water is 80. So we are going to get 70.67 mg per liter of soda ash is required. Similarly, the soda ash required to remove CaSO4 is 85.74 mg per liter. How we have got? 106 divided by molecular weight of CaSO4 is 136 multiplied by concentration of CaSO4 is 110. Now, total quantity of slaked lime required is 207 plus 101.4, 207.2 plus 101.4 plus 107.49 plus 49.33, we are going to get 465.4 mg. This can be converted to in terms of kgs later on. That is 465.4 multiplied by 70,000 is the quantity of the water that requires treatment divided by 10 to the power 6, and purity of the slaked lime is given as how much? The purity of the slaked lime is 85%. That's why we will be going for consideration of the same divided by 85. So that means 465, N4 stands for 465 mg multiplied by 70,000 is the quantity of the water to be treated divided by 10 to the power 6 divided by 0.85 is the purity. That means actual quantity of the slaked lime required is 38.33 kgs. Similarly, if I am going for estimation of soda ash, the purity is 100%, so there is no question of dividing it by 0.85. So divide it by 1 because 100%. So 153 plus 70 plus 85, that will be the total quantity of soda ash used, multiplied by total quantity of water to be treated is 70,000 divided by 10 to the power 6 to convert mg to kg. So the quantity of soda ash required is 21.73 kgs on daily basis. Yearly basis, this slaked lime required per day is how much? 38.33 kg. This multiplied by 365 multiplied by 80 rupees is the cost per quintal. So I need to convert this kgs into quintal. So I will be dividing it by 100. That means here. So 38.33 multiplied by 80 multiplied by 365, that is multiplied by rate per quintal multiplied by 365 days in a year divided by 100 to convert kgs to quintals. So we are going to get 11,191.45 rupees as a cost, yearly cost towards lime. Similarly, for lime soda, 21.73 is kgs divided by 100, it will be in terms of quintals. Per quintal it is 400 rupees, that means 21.73 divided by 100 multiplied by 400 multiplied by 365 is going to give me the cost of slaked lime for 1 full year. So that is 31,720.93. The total cost towards lime and soda is how much? 11,000 plus 31,000. It will be 42,912 rupees. Now you can tell that okay to management or to the government agencies, or if you are preparing the budget to your higher ups, you can tell that okay, in a year we require 45,000 rupees of amount towards softening process. With this, I'll just stop. Thank you.